What's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday, hump day. Um, it's 8 o'clock at night. It feels like 11 p.m. because it's so damn dark right now. But it's foggy, overcast. So I'm on my personal challenge to vlog, and I was thinking about, how to vlog, right? What to share. And I'm not the type to just do like, oh, this is me buying candy. This is me grocery shopping. This is me working out, which I might do. So, just a heads up. But I also want to hit on, either deeper level or higher level kind of questions. Just what I think about day to day or week to week, and how I grow older. So, for example, my first thought that I want to share uh, was that why 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 is the world it's almost victimizing, but I swear to you, I'm the most positive, um, opportunistic, uh, like kind of like a very optimist, half glass full kind of guy. And what I'm realizing is that the world, the environment, nature, uh, even certain people are out there to kind of kill you. Um, Whether that's from, like, let's say, drugs, which are like super addictive, right? And I'm not talking um, like illegal drugs, like black market, drug dealer stuff. I'm talking like social media. I didn't really think about that. Uh, just different drugs, fast food, junk food, our devices, um, gambling. There's different drugs. I don't know how to really say it. It's not. I'm not talking about cocaine or whatever, which is a big issue. But I'm talking about things that behaviors, drug-like behaviors that are set in place. Cigarettes. Um, I had this thought where, like, the social media uh, companies are like the new drug dealers, because you're not losing in your physical body. When you do a lot of drugs, your body takes a hit. But we're not talking about the invisible kind of drugs where social media plays a hit to your brain, your time. I have a lot of respect for time. Just I think that's the Asian thing. Every Asian I know has mad respect for time. I don't know why we respect time more than people. And what social media does, it kills your time. I've I wouldn't say I've lost time due to like social media, but I've lost time through other means. I've lost money. I've lost things that are like kind of connected. Gambling. I had a stint in video games. I've I've gained weight. And that's time, dude. I don't know if people realize every decision you make, time is right there, right next to it. Every decision, there's consequences with it, and the biggest consequence is that trade-off in time. And if you buy time, hold on, that didn't make sense. If you make a decision on something, you're going to trade off time, and that is like, that's what hurts me the most, because I know we're all getting older, and it's just a matter of time, right? Time again, before you're on your deathbed, whether that's your fault. I'm sorry, whether that's like natural causes, or like that's something that's outside of your fault, an accident or something. What was I trying to get at, dude? So I was saying, back to the first point, it's the world is set up in a way for you to fail. I'm not sure why, if that's what do you call it, set up, is if that's like the survival of the fittest kind of thing going on, where we're seeing where when you're trying to pursue something, you're gonna have setback, and you know that if 100 people try it, not all 100 will make it, and what happens to those 100? That's wasted time, and that time wasted is actually closer to death. So anyway, yeah. So it's kind of very negative. I'd admit. Who likes to think about death? But you're actually preparing for it. Like when we wear a seatbelt, we're not thinking about we will crash and die. We're not thinking about like how it's. We're not planning to get in a car accident where you fly out the car window because you're not wearing a seatbelt. You're wearing it as a precaution, just in case. And I'm saying, every decision you make, there should be precautions in place, like structure in place. How do you call? Oh, that motorcycle is goddamn loud. So what I'm getting at is, there needs to be, with every decision you make, no matter how big or it's actually, I want big decisions. I want to make the big decision right. I want to make the right big decisions, and I feel like everybody has a time when they have to make that big decision, whether that's what you want to do with your life, who to spend your life with, yada yada. Not like I want to wear this clothes today, right? I want to eat this today. I'm talking about like big, because I feel like the small things will take care of themselves. And so with these big decisions, it's like, how do you have this toolkit, the mental toolkit, to turn left instead of right, to partner with this person instead of this person? No one's equipped. And when you make these big decisions, you commit to a decision, you're giving up other things. And how do you know if the decision you're making is a good one? And if you make a bad decision, you've wasted time. You've wasted time. And I think this hits me a lot because I've seen what wasted time can do. Not through me personally, through my parents. And they've achieved the American dream. Let's say they moved from nowhere. Cambodia was going through genocide, a war, and they were refugee immigrants, right? No English, no money. And they spent, let's say 30 years of their life, right? I don't know, they moved in when they were like 20, and they're like 50-ish now, right? Well, but those 30 years, they got the American dream. They got the big house, right? At the cost of this family business taking our fucking childhood, right? I'm fucking pissed off, dude. Right? This family business kind of tore us apart in a way. So I've seen, the pros and the cons of a big decision of, I'm going to spend 30 years, whatever, however many years, to achieve this dream, right? This big house, perfect family, cars, all that. But it wasn't what do you call it? I'm heading home right now. But it wasn't the best use of their time, I'd say, throughout the course of the 30 years. Actually, let me get back to you guys. One sec. So I was saying, Oh man, it's a little bit catch 50-50, catch 22, whatever, catch 50, same shit, numbers. Uh, I'm very thankful my parents did what they did, but if I were in their shoes and knew the outcome, I wouldn't do it. Wouldn't. And it's so weird how that's how we learn, right? That's how we learn, and you think with all the generations before us, there's no way we would make these big kind of I wouldn't want to say mistakes. It's such a weird thing, man. It's such a weird thing when you're part of this journey of like life, and you see the results that affects you and the other people around you, and it hurts a lot because I have a cousin who took his own life, right? Because of of failing businesses. Like we have a chain of donut shops and dry cleaners, and he was my age, right, in his 20s. And I have an uncle who has a stroke, right? Half his body. I think it was from overworking, but everyone is in denial that it's not from working, and I believe it's all from the stress, the pressures, and all that from work, the family business, and I know that marriages were torn apart. It's kind of weird with Asian families where it's like a lot of saving face. Um, they're basically divorced, but for some reason they're together. Sorry, dude. There's a guy walking around here in front of my house right now, and it's very shitty. I'd say it's shitty. I've seen the dark side what money can do, and I want to make sure that there's things that I'm on top of, is money, right? And it's and what do you call it? And how we make decisions. Um, there's like a lot of actually there's like a list: communicating, um, um, how to operate your day, you know, relationships. It's actually a lot I still gotta learn. I've seen it played out, but I don't like what I saw. Right. Oh man, this is this. See, this is what I think about. This is what I think about. I hate. It's kind of like small talk. I hate these talks of like, how's the weather, how's your day, no. How's how are you navigating through your life? You know, I want to know about that. Where are you putting your time in, and why? Because I'll help me understand you and help me understand me. So I just shared a bit about myself. This is probably going on for like 10 minutes right now, and I hope this made some kind of meaning to you. I'll get into deeper parts of it some other time, but right now I just wanted to share how the world is kind of set up to destroy you, not instantly, but over time, over years. I'm not talking about like instant, like this instant, but like a miserable life is like death, but you're alive. That's what I'm trying to get at. So I guess I don't end it on a positive note. So on the flip side, it's like knowing that, what can you do now to have a purposeful, like positive impact, on with your life, with your time that you're given. So I've come up with a few things. I'm still testing it. As you can see, I'm doing a lot of stuff on social media. I'm helping other people with their social media. I'm doing different kind of jobs, different kind of gigs, just to sustain. Working out. Am I working out? Slowly. I ran today, so I feel great. I'm on a break of smoking, drinking. I kind of just save it for the weekend, you know. So I used to smoke every day. It wasn't good, dude. It was not good, but I'm not proud of that moment. But, you know, we move on and live. So I want to just share that. Thanks for watching. I'm going to try to get into other topics later, but this is what I want to share today. Thank you very much. Have a good night.